Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me once again on Farming Friday. This is Gaming with Geezah, and this is Let's Play Farming Simulator 2013. Not much has happened since the last episode. I have invested in some kit which you saw, but I am now heading off to move a farm because I've started collecting the bales. And the good thing with these bales is when they're stacked as they are, they do seem to stay on, so that's all good. So I made a start collecting. I've collected from the small field already, that's all done. I've just got the big field to collect from. What we plan to do in this episode though, instead of collecting bales, I'm going to just take these down to the other farm. Ooh, I make it past. Nope. Thought it might do. What we plan to do on this episode, if I can get down this road that is to empty this trailer first of all, get those stored, come back, and then I'm going to do some forage harvesting on camera, just to build up the pit a bit. Nothing overly special. It's going to be a fairly short episode compared to the others. The other episodes have been about an hour long, which is a fair bit, but unfortunately today I haven't had a huge amount of time, so yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to make that or not. So I'll just do a bit of harvesting and we'll see where we get to. Hopefully get the silage pit covered and fermenting. What I'll do off camera over the weekend is I'll bring the rest of the bales in to the storage shed just here. So that's then all done. So yeah, little bits. Normally you see I record these episodes on the Wednesday, Thursday of the week that they're due to go out, but this week I've been working, so I've not been able to. So I'm actually recording this on the Friday. Unfortunately that means then that I haven't got as long to actually do the video, but we shall still do one though nevertheless. But I thought I'd show you that we have started to get the bales in. I will record the bale collecting at the weekend. I'm not sure if you guys are interested in all that though, so I won't necessarily keep it. But if you are, just leave a little comment in the video for this, and if so, I'll include it on the next episode. I think I've got about another, maybe what, 2.5 trailer loads to do, so there is still a fair bit. So we'll start by putting these next to the round bales. Can't see, there we go. Normally when I'm doing handling duties, I actually use a telehandler, which I find a lot easier than the tractor, I must admit, because with this you have to just get in the right place. But at the moment we can't really afford to get a telehandler. We could get one, but obviously we need to concentrate on saving up to get the equipment for the cows first, and then build up our stocks, which is why we're going to work on the silage today. There we go, sorted. Gotta love the bale lock script, haven't you? Comes in so handy. Yeah, so we're working on that today, getting the stock up in here and in the pit. The next episode, if I don't include the collecting of the bales, will be getting the fields ready for the next crop, which I'm thinking perhaps go for barley. That would then allow for crop rotation, which is what we want to try and do. How high can we get? We can go fairly high. Yeah, no, I've just clipped through the bale. Sorry, I should have backed out really. That's because I'm trying to talk and do things at once. I tend to forget what I'm doing. But yeah, in other news, the channel seems to be doing well at the minute. I've now up to 5 subscribers as of today, I believe. Today is Friday the 7th of February. So, but I have to thank Geezah FS, I think it is, if I remember correctly, for that, because he's been watching my videos and he posted a link to my channel on his channel. So I'd like to say thank you very much for that. That is really appreciated. I shall make sure I do the same in return. I have got a few ideas to include Geezah if we can. Eventually I want to invest in some better silage kit. Obviously trail to begin with, because we haven't got the biggest of farms to justify having a self-propelled. But the problem is with the trailed ones, and the self-propelled to a certain extent, is that you need the trailers quite regularly. And if you're doing it by yourself, as you will see shortly, is you're back and forward, you're trying to do the clamp, you're trying to do everything. Whereas I'm thinking perhaps in a couple of episodes time, if things go to plan financial speaking, we shall do a multiplayer episode where we get a couple of Let's Players, not necessarily people who commentate on their videos, but people who do Let's Plays showing their progress on their own farms. Get them to join in and do a couple of jobs around the farm. So yeah, that could be an interesting avenue to sort of follow. But we shall see how we get on first with working by ourselves. Obviously I've not run this past anybody yet. Oops, wrong way. I've not run this past anybody yet, so they could still say no. But if you're a viewer and you would be interested in doing multiplayer, leave a comment or send me a message on the channel. All I ask is that you try and keep your gameplay realistic, because that's what I'm trying to do now. So like no driving through hedges, as in taking shortcuts and whatever. Just try and be as realistic as you can. I mean, I do accept there will be a certain limitation because there is on the game. But yeah. So yeah, please let me know. So there we go, that's that trailer sorted there. Just stack these up and then we'll head back to the main farm and we'll swap tractors. And then we should make a start on the forage. Or silage, or whatever you call it in your own country. Bouncy Bales. That's what I might call the episode actually, Bouncy Bales. There we go, that will do. We don't need to be perfectly stacked, it's just for our own benefit, isn't it? After all. So there's that. So let's just go get the trailer up. And then we'll head back to the farm. Off camera I did start, like I say, baling, and we did have a bit of a disaster at one point. So I've got 4 bales that have clipped into each other. What I'll do is I'll bring them back and I'll leave them outside the shed just so I know they're the clip ones. But we should still use them, because obviously it's stuff that we've harvested. Other than that, it's gone quite well. They behave themselves in the trailer. I would have liked to have stacked it 3 high, but I don't think the trailer's bale lot works that high. So so I'll just keep it at the 2 high. But that's still 10 bales of trailer, which isn't too bad. Not sure how many bales we've got left. Have a look when we get back. Just keeping the bale spikes out of the way for a minute. Mind the tree and mind the wall. I'll be doing mod reviews as well, so I'll be doing my first one this weekend. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it won't be on this Let's Play. As in, you know, I won't be buying the mod and then doing the review on it on this Let's Play. I'll start a new save game and I'll money cheat some extra pennies and we'll start reviewing. So if you've got a nice model that you want me to review, please once again leave me a comment so I can have a look and see. There we go, I'll put this one here, just turn it off for now. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're the 4 bales that I clipped together, so that's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19-ish. So yeah, about another 2 loads worth. But like I say, I'll do that off camera, I won't do that here. Well, I'll do it on camera, but not on this episode. So then, let's head back to the farm. Make sure I'm not going to get run over by the milk tanker. Good. As you can see here, I've already got the International ready. I've put the dual wheels on. I'm going to use this on the clamp. Hopefully it should be alright to clamp down what we've got. And we'll use the Ford. So if we get into the Ford, we'll use that with a harvester. There we go. Start her up. I'm still undecided whether to buy that county or not. Just seems to be calling to me. And the harvester. Unfortunately, I spoke to the farmer again, and he's not going to sell them separately. He wants to sell them together. Because he bought them about the same sort of time as each other, so he thinks they should stay together, which is fair enough. But I'm not decided what to do yet, because we don't really need another harvester. I mean, yeah, the county will come in handy, especially for working with the cultivator or with the plough. Where is it? Can't find it. There it is over there. Yeah, the plough. Work good with that. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do on that one. There we go. Drag this down to the field. See, not many people know you can do this with this. Chill. See, I've collected all the bales from this field here anyway, so that one's all done. That's my rollers. So if I place the harvester a bit further up actually, because it's a bit wider, about there, just jump out and attach that. Just have a look at the shop before we do anything else. Just the problem is the tipper that we got at the minute isn't very big. I was having some trouble with it. So that's 8.5. That's 12.5. That's 7. These are just too expensive at the minute for us, to be honest. See, that's 6.5. So it isn't very big. So what I'm thinking is if we buy let's have a look, 17. Slightly more for that. Let's buy that. Should we? No. No, we won't. The problem is, did I hook that up? I can't remember. I did. The problem is, with this little trailer that we've got at the minute, is you have to keep on going back and forward quite regularly. And I was thinking if we could afford it, maybe buy the bigger tipper, which would reduce the amount of back and forward time needed. But to be honest, I can't justify the nearly £20,000 spend. I haven't finished the field yet. I need to obviously fertilise and see. If we're not doing too bad after that, then I might consider it. I mean, there is that grain trailer. We can put the tops onto that. Does that say what that holds? So that's just over. So no, it's not really worth the work of putting the tops on that first. Might as well just get a harvesting with this. Let me make it round. Ooh, just. There we go. It's an old homemade trailer, this. So, it's not really cost a load, to be honest. So you can't really complain. We shouldn't complain anyway. Oops. Just jump out and hook up the PTO. Is that the same? R. Must remember R. So turn it on. It's quite handy because it does actually mow at the same time. You see how quickly that fills up. In fact, you know what, it might be worth the top side because that's only 6.5, and then I might do it with nearly 8. Yeah, I might do that. So I'll take this trailer now just to go and empty it. And then I'll swap over. I'm just leaving the F1 screen for a minute because I want to see how full the pit is. I want to get to that 50% if we can before we sheet it. So we're 4% at the minute. So if I back that right back, we are. Take that out. How much does that bring it up to? Full unload. %. So 25 times back and forward then to get to the 50. It shouldn't take long, don't get me wrong, because it's not exactly a huge trailer, is it? Fills fairly quick. For now is just park him here and grab the other one. Sorry, his top's on. Which is B. There we go. So that now holds more. Oops. Going to press R then. There we go. Models, I'll wait till the pick gets to 10% and I'll compact it. Word then. It's going to be a fairly slow episode. It's just doing bits and pieces. There's nothing special in this one. Doing the housework, as I say. So I'll park him just here. I'll just quickly jump out and do a bit of compacting. That is actually worth the difference. That is quite satisfactory. there we go, that's the second trailer load. Well, third in theory, but second for this. See how far that gets us. I guess it's about 5% of time. That's not too bad. So what I'm thinking I might do actually is just get another 2 more trailers worth, compact it and sheet it. And I should do for now, because because at the moment we haven't got any cattle to actually use it, so there's no real need for us to do too much. 25 should be about enough. That should then about cover us just to start with. Things rolling. Swaths it all and just come around with an auto motor. Be ideal, wouldn't it? But I think for the 80,000 that we've got, we'll have trouble doing that. Bumpy. 18%. Let's try this, shall we? So now it's got a couple in at the back, so if we take both trailers to the field, let's see later, it might save us a couple of back and forth trips, which is what we need, isn't it? There we go. Nice and tight. And online. Perfect. So if I can load one and load the other. we are. I don't think it will reach into the second one. We shall try. See what happens. If it does, it'll be a bonus. Oopsie daisy, sorry, wrong one. I'm not doing very well here, am I? I'm trying to save myself time. That's it. It's better. And then it's that one we want to get rid of. Go back to that. That's not. Ah, there we go. I say it's not hooked up properly, that one. That time. Yeah, full of derp today. Head back to the farm, see how we're doing. I think if we can get 25, I'll be happy. Like I say, it's enough to get us started, isn't it? Oop. Not quite got the right angle there. That's a bit better. It's a problem where it's a bit bumpy, throws the balance off. Not to worry. So that one's going first. 20. Yeah, I should actually about give us our 25, I think. And that one. Oh, just short. Oh, I'm happy at that. Right then, so I'm just going to park these back in here for now. Just caught the fence, never mind. back down to a grain one. And then what we shall do is we shall bring that back. I'm going to visit the shop, I think. That'll do there. I know it's blocking access to the plough, but I can also remove it if I decide to do some ploughing, which will be in the next episode. Put that there. So I think you can cover the pin after about 10%, I think it is. So 25 should be ample enough. Like I said, eventually when we get a bigger operation, we'll it will be invested in heavily. So like the mowers, other silage equipment. But it will mean multiplayer. So I need to get people who would like to multiplayer with me. And it's just come to, we've just gone 10 past 3. So I think what we'll do is we'll call it a day after going to the shop, get some dinner on, spend some time with Mrs. Now I've done the main farm work, it's spend some time relaxing a bit, collect the bales in tomorrow. There we go, that there. That just there. I'm going to put the tractor away. There we go, sorted. What I'm going to do before I start the compacting is just make the Unimog start, get that warmed up, so we can get onto the shop in it. There we are, nicely. Yeah. Oop. Get this compacted. I don't know if these dual wheels actually do anything with compacting on the game, or whether it's just a visual aid. But if it was real, I think I would put duals on it, just to help compact down. We have 80%. It shouldn't take too long. expecting then. There we go, so blanket. Just go for a minute. Jump out. Blanket the silo. Yep, that's that done. Leave that to ferment. Just bring it out of the way. Take those off later. Right, so off the shop we go. What am I thinking of buying? That is the question. Why do I always do that? Why do I always overshoot and go there? It's down this way. Do it clean, couldn't it? See them? Right then, we're going to look at feeding technology. So that's 22. That's 25. And that's 32. So Mix 870 looks bigger than that. Need silage, grass, straw or grain. So silage and grass, that's not too bad. I can mow Ted to get the silage. I believe I've got the grass, but then again, I don't know, I have to have a look, see what I've got. Straw, I can get that from the bales, so yeah, so there's that. That's out of our league. I'll get that eventually. We will get a couple of them, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to buy that. Yep, it's going to take us down to 55. But I believe that we could recoup that with the next harvest. So there we go, we just put our first bit of livestock equipment. Wasn't expecting that, was you? I'm going to be quick. turn around. There now. So yeah, first bit of feeding equipment. Have a look at it, shall we? Before we go anywhere. It's a low coupler, which is good, that's what we want, because a lot of our equipment's going to have a low coupler. Tells us what we've got inside it. You can climb up the ladder and see inside as well, which is good. Step down. I think it's dual opening, so we've got this side here, which can come out of. Nice twin. I'm not sure what that's for. No, not sure. Yeah, it is twin. Good. Very nice. And different rates of loading as well by the looks of it. Well, unloading I should say. Good. Happy with that. Nice bit of kit. And it's, I think, the first bit of new equipment on the farm. As in brand new. So there we go. Slowly progressing towards our target. Eventually, of course, we want to be able to use some better equipment, better tractors and stuff. I have got my eye on something already, but still early days yet. Try and make productivity a bit better if we can. We can, sorry about that folks, we can now perhaps get a couple of cows and then we can start working with them. Jolly good. Things are starting to look up. I'll just park it over here for now. Didn't quite turn enough. There's one in the steering wheel, can't you? Whose bright idea was it to park it here? There we go, that'll do there. And I'll park the union model just over here for now. Here we are. So that's it. That's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. You've seen our new bit of equipment that we've just bought with the fruits of our labours. We shall on the next episode be clearing the 2 fields ready for seeding. Might even get them seeded in the next episode as well. So until next time, keep an eye out for my mod review over the next couple of days. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please comment, rate and subscribe, and also please keep on spreading the word. Thank you very much again, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.